reading the Bible this morning, like I've been trying to do lately, and I came across this part that I really wanted to share, and it's from the Sermon on the Mount, and it's in Matthew chapter 6. And Jesus is talking to the disciples about how we should live our everyday life, right? And he's talking about how, in this particular part, how we should not be anxious. And he's like, why are you guys worried so much about what you're going to drink, what you're going to eat, what you're going to wear? And he says, and which of you, by being anxious, can add a single hour to his span of life? And it's like we worry so much, but by being worrisome or being anxious, what are we accomplishing out of that? Usually nothing. Like, it doesn't get us where we're trying to go. Instead, we just end up being stressed or depressed or suicidal or whatever. And he says, seek the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. And so it says, therefore, do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will be anxious for itself. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble. And so I think, anybody watching this, I think we just need to reorganize our priorities and say, what am I focusing on, right? By focusing on the right things, I think that's where, he says, seek the kingdom of God and all these things will be added to you. I think we focus on those things first, but instead a lot of us say, well, this is what I want. I want this kind of car. I want this type of house. I want this type of lifestyle. And so we get anxious and we start worrying, how do we get there? How do we get there? And we make all of our decisions based on the money we want to make and the things that we want to have, instead of focusing on the kingdom of God first and then saying, hey, these are some goals that I might have. And sure, we're going to plan to get to those and try to design our life to where we can have those things, but it's not priority over the kingdom of God. It got to be the other way around. And I think, we have to be okay also with not having those things, right? We need to be okay with living that lifestyle first, of seeking the kingdom of God first, and loving Jesus and looking to the Lord first, and saying, even if I do this and I don't reach those things, it's better than reaching those things and not loving God or seeking the kingdom, right? And so we have to say, I'm going to make my decision based on doing the right thing. If I become rich, I become rich. But it's better than, hey, I'm going to become rich no matter the cost. And I didn't follow the kingdom of God. What kind of lifestyle is that? And so I hope that's the inspiration of my, people out there. Some people might be like, man, I'm not making a lot of money, or I'm not headed where I think I'm supposed to be. But if you're doing the right thing, you actually are headed where you're supposed to be. Don't judge yourself based on humanly metrics, right? Judge yourself based on the words of Jesus and what he's saying, the way that we should live. And so it's not bad for us to have money. It's not bad for us to, want different things, but we have to ask ourselves at what cost, right? We can't just disregard everything that we're morally supposed to be doing for the money. And I see a lot of people focusing on that, and then they get other people that are on the right track kind of off of that path. And so just think to yourself, what am I focusing on? Am I focusing on God, people, and advancing the kingdom first, or am I focused on how much money I can make? And so you just have to tell other people that don't get it, like, yo, I get it, I'm gonna make my money, but this is what I'm focused on first. This is what's important, and this is what's gonna really get me where I'm trying to go. So hope that's an inspiring message. Keep pushing out there. Stay undeterred. Love you guys. See you on the next one.